fabric is everywhere. However, with beads and in like bead wear, that's not everywhere.
Welcome back, guys. We are talking Serenity Festival, and I'm joined by Bootle from Tribal Monkey. She is one of the amazing, exciting vendors that you will find at the Serenity Festival. So, Bootle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I am doing so well. Lovely to have summer back in the air. Lots of pollen, unfortunately, but at least it's warm. And Serenity Festival is just around the corner, just a few more weeks. So, Bootle, tell us from your point of view, why do you think people should come to this festival?
I think people should come to the Serenity Festival just for the name, it's serene. It sounds like a whole lot of serenity, a whole lot of peace. It's a place where you'll basically be able to ground yourself, just be one with yourself. So I really think that people should come just for that, if you really want to connect with yourself and connect with other people that want to connect with themselves. I think that's why people should come to the Serenity Festival.
So, Bootle, you're offering quite a unique service at this festival. You've got like your own special design accessories, and this year's festival has a huge fashion theme as well, because we have a fashion corner, and people can get full makeovers, wardrobe transformations. There's even a fashion competition, for all fashionistas to enter, and you can win tickets and prizes. You can win a makeover, and you're actually in the fashion game. So tell us from your point of view, why do you think fashion is important in this, game of expression or learning to express?
I think fashion is important because it is, once again, you said it is a form of expression. I myself express myself through my fashion, and that as well in terms of sustainability, sustainable fashion. So I don't know. I hope I'm answering your question correctly in terms of that. But in terms of the fashion aspect, I think it's really cool because clothing is a representation of who we are, and being able to have that corner over there. Once again, I'm gonna always tie it back down to the Serenity Festival in terms of being serene. And I do also feel like the selection of clothing as well is going to be an interpretation of that serenity. I know myself personally, we are Tribal Monkey is really big on sustainable fashion. So with us, it's just a matter of making sure that the environment is not harmed in any way, and yeah, and bringing forward the clothing to the people. I hope I answered your question fully. If I missed anything, please do just ask me again.
No, no, that was great. No, just answer as you feel comfortable. So the tribal monkey brand and ethos that you have, you mentioned sustainability is very important. And I think, we've come used to this consumer mindset where we're just consuming, taking. You go to the supermarket and you just take, or you go to the shops, you just take, or you just consume content on the internet or TV or your phone, but we don't really give back, right? We don't give back to Mother Earth. We don't give back to the nature that's providing and looking after us. And Tribal Monkey, I think, is really trying to fulfill that ethos of being sustainable by giving back to the earth. So maybe tell us how you are sustainable and how do you bring that into your brand?
Okay, so how we are sustainable is we have, well, the materials that I use, well, I'll actually just focus on my packaging because that for me was the biggest change in terms of us going off into the sustainable, I say sector, but from packaging, making sure that the packaging is reusable, in terms of what we do over here. So we are slow fashion. we are very slow fashion. Our products are handmade. We have great attention to detail. So I would say that that's one ethical way and one way that we are not harming the environment. We hand make our things in studio. Our packaging is very deliberate as well, so that people can easily use it for something else. Because I do know with plastic and how we also trying to shy away from using plastic in the industry actually. So that's how we are actually being sustainable. Slow fashion, um, reusable packaging.
Yeah, and it's so important that people do that. You mentioned packaging. It's such a huge, huge component. It's something that we just discard, right? Because the product we want is inside the packaging. You get the product, it's got packaging from Mr. Delivery or Take a Lot or wherever we buy it from because we're so lazy, we don't even go shopping anymore. So it comes in a package from that, then it's got the package in the product, and we have to discard all this stuff, just throw it, back into the earth, not even caring what happens. So being sustainable is so, so important. And I'm glad you're doing that. So maybe tell us a bit about your products. What can people expect when they come and see your stall at the Serenity Festival?
Okay, so what people can expect from Tribal Monkey is okay, once again, I'm just going to go back to Serenity. So, in terms of the Serenity section that we will be having a variety of bracelets, and you can also make your own bracelets at our station. And we are also very deliberate with our beads, so we will be having like a variety of stones. If you want stones that are going to help you with grounding, we'll have that. If you want stones that are going to help you with, I think the other one that we have is also for grounding. And then we also will be having some crystals as well. And you can make your own or you can purchase directly from us. And we also have very since I do beadwork, I know the beadwork industry is really big, and a lot of people are practically doing the same thing within the industry. And we are trying to take ourselves away from that. So we also have bucket hats that we have that are fully beaded. These pretty earrings that I'm wearing right now. So this is these were for spring, as you can see. Also said that there's pollen, the sun is out, the flowers are outside, and yeah, I'm wearing my flowers on my ears. So we'll have that, handbags, bracelets, earrings, selected like a variety of earrings and bucket hats. Yes, that is what you can expect. And we also have rings as well. I'm just not wearing any one of them. But yeah, so we just do have we have selected accessories, and then we also have the bucket hats. I will also be having samples of the apparel that I am branching off into. Our items are um sorry, I'm just trying to think of the word when somebody comes in and they want to buy custom made. Yes, so our beadwear is custom made, but I will be having examples of the stuff that I have in case somebody would like it, and we'll take it from there.
And I think you mentioned that you're also branching out into actually making clothes, right? So you started off doing accessories, the beads, the earrings, the rings, hats, and now you're actually branching out into actual making clothes or some couture outfits type of thing. Tell us how that came about and what kind of fabric you're using, how's your process, and how is it also embodying your sustainable brand?
All right, so that actually started off last year. So last year, I had the opportunity to work on a film television series. It's a South African series, and it was called Queen Mujaji. And Queen Mujaji was it was about the history of the Lubedu people. I know in South Africa they say we have 11 official languages. However, we do have other tribes that are not recognized, and the Lubedu culture was one of them. And I was actually they asked me to make a beaded dress, and that was the thing that actually made me go, oh, I've always wanted to go into apparel, which is clothing. I've always wanted to go into this industry, and that was my my way into the clothing. And then after that, I was approached by somebody else who wanted a top. And then I started making off beaded bras. I tried one for myself. I really liked it. And the reception was incredible. People really liked the beaded bra. And I started getting orders from there, got quite a number of orders. And then once again, it started making me think of other creative ways and other things that I can make in terms of clothing. And like I said earlier, there is no fabric inside my apparel. What I am trying to get into is just having things that are solely bead, like solely beads, including the bucket hat. The bucket hat is the hat. There's no fabric inside, and I'm very playful in nature. Maybe not really in nature, but then like the way my artwork approaches, I'm gonna call it artwork because it is art that I put into me making these clothing. But yeah, so when it comes to that, I'm very playful when it comes to my interpretation and how I interpret my beadwork. That's why I don't put fabric because it must just be, it's just beads. We have a lot of clothes out there. I mean, I'm wearing a top right now. I don't know what material this is though. I'm wearing denim. So fabric is everywhere. However, with beads and then like bead wear, that's not everywhere, and that's why I'm trying to just like make sure that there is no fabric. And I also made a dress last year as well. I mean, earlier this year. This was a custom piece that was designed for a customer. She was going on vacation and she wanted to look fantastic, and I made that for her. And yeah, so that just made me keep on going with the fashion, keep on going with the fashion. And also, like I said earlier, that a lot of people would a lot of people do beadwork in South Africa. A lot of people do beadwork, and not just in South Africa, but I'll just mention Africa, especially with the bags. So it is more of like, what is it that I can do that sets me apart from everybody else? And that's how I got into beadwork because I'm just like, okay, cool, this is a beautiful niche, and I need to continue following into that.
I think people are going to be so amazed to come and see the products that you have, especially the passion that you have for it, the creativity, just expressing yourself, your feelings, your love for this vocation, and also now coming up with a unique dress style. I mean, I never heard of beaded attire. That sounds wow. I'm actually quite interested. I wonder how that feels. I don't have to do any washing, right? Because it's just beads. You don't have to throw it in the washing machine, wash out dirt. You can just wipe it if something falls on. It's something that definitely is quite unique. And you can find it at Serenity Festival. So, Bootle, we really appreciate your time sharing what you're going to be offering for the public when they come to the festival. Any last closing words?
My last words would actually just say thank you to you for allowing me to come on this platform and talk about the Serenity Festival that I'm super excited about for next month, and also just to spread the word about Tribal Monkey. And I really look forward to seeing everybody at the Serenity Festival. Let's all be serene. Let's all do some grounding, take our shoes off, walk barefoot, be one with nature. And I'm super, super, super excited. Um, those are my last words.
Amazing. So, guys, check out the links below. You can find Tribal Monkey's details. Check out her Instagram, Facebook, and any other pages and follow her. We'll see you at Serenity Festival. Bye.
Bye.